Everything is going great with my video shooting. Okay, I got this. All right, so this is going to be the fillet of fish part side, okay? So we have here, let me bring you over here. Okay, we're at about there. Hopefully you can see. If you see here, y'all, I have a bit of flour on a plate and I have ginger. So what I do is I add a handful of ginger and I mix it into the flour for the fillets, okay? That's one thing that I do. Another thing I do, I have all-purpose adobo and I have the Old Bay for the fish and shrimp and all that. And what I do is I mix them together in a half of 1/4 cup. So I just kind of mix that. That is the flavor that I'm going to be putting into the fillets. Okay, so I just wanted to throw that out there to you guys. I also do the long green stem onions. I chop pieces of those up with my cooking scissors. 1 lime. Now with the lime, I actually squeeze the lime into as I'm cooking because lime is a little stronger than lemon. So I actually squeeze this in, a half of it. And of course, I also use another onion for the fish as well, and this is the cooking yellow onion, okay? So you want to do the whole thing, long slices, and you're good to go. So let's start chopping up, y'all. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and push this back because what we're going to do, we're going to make sure this pan has a little bit of oil. You want to add a little bit of oil in here, which I'm going to do in a sec. And you want to go ahead and start throwing the onions in and all that first so that can sizzle, and then you throw the fish on top of the bedding of the onions like a bed and you're good to go. Like I said, it cooks quickly. So, and I love seafood, y'all. I love fish. It's one of my favorites. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start chopping up. You're going to use like a cup of this. Just a cup. Some of those funky pieces you want to get out. Yeah, this stuff goes pretty bad in the refrigerator if you don't use it quickly. So, some of the pieces anyway. Alright, so that's about a cup. Okay, so you just want to throw everything into one dish and then just throw it into the pan. Okay, where's my... I switched things around in here, y'all, because my fiance brought me another table from his job. He works at a furniture place, Eagle Source, and he actually brought that home for me. So now I have a lot of room, y'all. Okay, so we're going to get to that lemon. We're going to use a half a lemon, so half for garnish and the other half to squeeze into the dish. Okay, that's the sign. So we're just going to put that in there. And I use just the regular flour. Sometimes I use the regular flour for this dish, or I use maíz, which is dried corn. It's just for the crust on the fish. Whatever one you prefer is perfectly fine. They both do great wonders on that fish. So, but I'm doing flour today. So I can put this away because I'm done with that. All right. So, done with this. So now we're going to go ahead and chop up that beautiful yellow cooking onion that makes everyone cry. Alright. Get rid of those pieces. And then I keep this piece. Alright, and we're just almost done. And I can smell that rice with the sofrito in it. So flavorful, so yummy. Okay, and like I said, you're going to do big pieces, y'all. Big, beautiful pieces. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the fish. Now, what I do is I add that mixed all-purpose adobo mixed with the Old Bay seasoning, and I just throw that right on top of that green onion. Okay, and then also the ginger and flour, we're going to be putting that on the fish, so that goes separate. So we're going to go ahead, get over here quickly, start chefing up this fish. We're going to add the oil in. And you want to keep it at a low medium. So there's high medium and low medium. You're going to use low medium because remember, you got to cook with love, y'all. Or things don't come out right. All right. So drizzle. And I also got a surprise that I'm going to do on top. I call it my surprise. I'm doing a dippy egg on top of this fish as well. So, and that's why, I don't know if you see back here, I don't know what exactly you can see, but I have my 2 eggs and my pan, and then 2 dippy eggs are going to go on top of the whole meal. Super delicious, y'all. Yep. All right. So, and that's going to be in part 3. This is part 2 for the fish, and then we're going to get back to that dippy egg later. All right, y'all. So once you start hearing the sizzle, let me push the rice a little bit back. And that rice is looking fabulous. It's going to need to be turned in a minute. So we're just going to go ahead and push it back for a sec. All right. And again, you want to be careful with your rice as well. So I'm going to just turn it down as I do this, and then I'll bump it back up. Okay, so back to this. Low, medium heat. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to add in the onions. Because remember, y'all, we're going to make a bed and for the fish. Okay. And if you see, I have my lime. I have those delicious mixed all-purpose adobo mixed with the Old Bay seasoning for the fish. Okay. And what I go ahead and do, I add the lime in to, I add in the lime right into the long green onions. So that way, you don't want to shoot it in the pan. Try to shoot it here, and then after it's cooking a little bit, if you want to shoot some more, then that's perfectly fine. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get a spoon. And just shake it all up in there, and then you're going to just throw it in. Throw it in. Make sure you get every little scoop. So, that's what it should look like, y'all. Just a little bit of onion, 1 whole cooking yellow onion, as well as that super long green onion mixed with all those little 2 seasonings. And I did drip some oil, y'all, but never scared. Okay, and that's okay, that happens. It's the portal thing that I can't work with too well. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that sit here. All right, so now we're gonna crank it up. All right, crank it up a little bit. The rice we're gonna throw down just a little bit. That way it doesn't overcook. We're gonna get that up and going. So yeah, y'all, it's been really hot out. It's like 85 right now. I have my AC, I have my fan going on in here in the kitchen, so up to that. Okay, and I'm gonna bring you up a little bit since I'm gonna be over here and you can see me a little better. That's better. All right, y'all, so yep, and this is pretty much it. Simple dish. Simple, easy to make, and you have yourself a meal, y'all, for dinner. Okay, so you don't want the onions to overcook as well. Okay, so what we're going to go ahead and do, we are going to, oh wait, I forgot another piece of onion in there, throw that in there. We're going to turn this down, okay, very, very low, because now we're going to go ahead and flour up the fillets. So let me go ahead and get those fillets that are in the freezer. So follow me, y'all. All right, whew. And this feels good. I wish I could just sit in the freezer right now because it is hot, y'all. And I'm gonna go ahead and take my water out because I'm thirsty. All right. So this is what the fillets look like. Very beautiful, very nice and white. I clean my fish, I clean my rice. I always do that You want to make sure you always clean everything so that way everything is nice and fresh. Okay? All right. So we're going to go ahead and move this over. Actually, put that in the sink. And that's still sizzling, y'all. That is still sizzling with, you know, very low. You want to turn it down a little bit. Just let them cook a little bit until we're ready to add that fish. So as you see, try not to spill it again. See, they're still alive. The onion are still alive. They're still popping out. That's how you want to keep it. You don't want to overcook anything. Okay? Because you take all the goodness out of it, right? And onion is good when you're sick, so it's good for other things as well. All right. I need to chug some water. Woo! It is hot up in this kitchen. But I'm used to this, y'all. This is nothing. Excuse me. You should see me like in the winter time. I'm like really chefing it up. Okay, which you are gonna see. Alright, so like I said, I don't want to move my portal device, keep shaking it around because I just don't want my camera to fall off. So I'm just gonna bring it up to you when I'm done. So as I said, when I brung up that plate, I brung it up with the flour, I brought it up with the ginger in the middle of the plate. So what I do, I just a handful like that. Beautiful. That's all you need. And I just shred it with my fingers like this because it's kind of dried up already. So you just add like that. And that's what it should look like, y'all. I know my lighting sometimes messes up what it looks like. There we go. See? So you just mix it in with the flour. Mix it in. Yeah. And it gives it a nice, crunchy taste on the fish. Alright, and that's it, y'all. You want to go ahead and grab those fillets. And they're beautiful, nice and thick, just perfect for this dish. Alright, and I got to move that rice in a minute, but it's okay. Alright, so again, you want to make sure you get that ginger and pieces of ginger with that fish on here. And don't hurt your fish. Don't beat it up. You want it to still look pretty on the plate. You want to make it look, you know, really nice. And plus, I don't like a beat up fish on my plate. I like to be able to cut it with my fork and eat it and enjoy it. So, I don't know. Some people just dig in, I guess. But that's okay too. Do your thing. Alright, so, and this is just enough. And this is only 4 big chunks of pieces, okay? I eat 1. This is my family size. And of course, my bebe takes some to work. And my daughter's a fish eater. However, my son is not. He doesn't really like fish or seafood. So I always do something for him, like a grilled cheese sandwich or something when I cook fish, because he doesn't like fish. Yeah, he's a picky eater. He's still learning. I'm sure when he gets older, he's gonna love seafood. It's in his blood. You just don't know it. All right, guys. So this is pretty much what it should look like. Let me take you away from that. Sometimes the lighting can actually be too much. So there it goes, real pretty. Just make sure that ginger is mixed in with that flour so you can get that good crunch, okay? Now, while I'm standing here running my mouth, I always have good timing in my brain. So that's one thing, you know, you learn when you cook. My rice is perfectly beautiful back there. I can let it sit, rock out. You have to go with your stove area, how to work your kitchen, how to work your flames, and cook with love. So again, this is on a low heat in a gas stove. And look, they're so beautiful popping out. Nice bedding, just waiting for that beautiful fish to jump into bed. Okay, all right. So what do we do next? Add that fish. And right there. And see, you wanted to make sure that, you know, the pieces don't fall apart. Just lay it right on top. Trust me, it'll do its work. All right, and that's pretty much it. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna cut this, shoot this video out to you, and I'll be back in 5 minutes, y'all. Mwah!